The stocks are on the editor's radar today. Let's begin by discussing diagnostic stocks then. And it's interesting because we've mapped out the data when it comes to the valuations as well as the revenue growth pre-COVID, as well as what they are at the peak levels and currently. And Nikunj, what's the diagnosis?
No, I guess the prescription was not looking great.
Oh.
But I think now things have started improving for an investor. See, this is how things, really moved for the entire diagnostic space. In the green is pre-COVID. Then you had the impact during the COVID peak, and now what the current market valuations are. So if you frankly ask me, some of the valuations for some of the diagnostic stocks, they'd become sky high in COVID.
During COVID,
yeah. They reached to P multiples of 100 times, 70 times, and that is not going to be sustaining for a business which is growing at about 10 to 12% to 12 to 15% depending on the company you're talking about. So there was an extreme greed and a euphoria during the COVID time. But after that, there is the realization which has kicked in that, look, these are not extraordinary businesses. They went through they enjoyed an extraordinary tailwind. But these businesses now, these companies are still growing. The need for better healthcare, the need for early diagnostics, this entire market is gaining, the listed players are gaining more market share. There's a massive consolidation which has already happened in the industry. So from euphoria to now fear, I guess now it's time to start buying into some of these diagnostic stocks. They generate a lot of cash. These are high return ratio companies. Markets have completely written them off. They have presence in the F&O market. They are using technology and AI. We are forgetting that how technology and productivity in some of these functions is actually improving. So I will not be surprised that after this real massive decline what some of these stocks have seen, Metropolis is down 25% from its 52-week high, Dr. Lal is down, it's actually flat, but from the top it's down by about 50%. Some of these stocks can actually give you a positive returns or a double-digit returns from here to, let's say, year end.
Okay, that's the prescription on the diagnostic stocks, but let's shift gears and talk about IOC in particular, a result candidate, and interesting because their quarterly profit came in at a 10-year high, and even analysts believe that some of the issues when it comes to are looking pretty transitory in nature, and there's been a beat led by refining.
I guess the refining margins have surprised everybody, and the fact that refining margins have gone up by $2.4 and they are at $7.1 for a quarter gone by, I think was extraordinary. Two things which I think are happening now. One, the windfall tax which was there on diesel exports, that's over, which means government is okay if these companies are making money via exports and by refining. Second, at the retail level, oil marketing companies are now making money. We spoke to the chairman of HPCL. He did say that, look, it's looking good for us. And looking at the fact that this time around, even before Karnataka election, the fuel rates were not down. That means that the government is committed to really help these companies make money. Unlike last year where they were arm twisted or they were forced not to take a price hike because government had to bring inflation down. This time around fuel prices are down or crude prices are down, rupee is stable, yet there is no price cut, which means on a retail level, when they're selling diesel, petrol, both industrial and retail, they're making money. So GRMs are strong, stocks have underperformed, currency is stable, crude is down, and then they're making money in the marketing margins, which is the basic bread and butter business for them. It's an ignored sector. Avan, FIs don't buy this, but domestic institutional investors, I think it's a matter of time, will take notice of the fact that there is deep value in these stocks.
And IOC already delivering on that front. So Aisha, interesting take there with stocks on the editor's radar.